All right, guys. I really messed up last night. I got my new SSD that I need to put in my wife's laptop. I mean, my wife's iMac, and I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I could have a good chance at it, and I didn't want to wait for the tool I was expecting to come to get started on removing this iMac screen. So right here, if I bring you in close enough, right, I damaged both parts, and it's because I was using plastic. But I found out later that you need something that can cut, right? You want to be able to cut that adhesive, and this plastic right here just won't do it. I came up the side, pow, this side. I came around here, pow, this side, because the adhesive is still pulling on it right now and creating issues, right? So you might have one side up, but the adhesive is still pulling. But you really want to get in here with something sharp and cut, right? And not move too fast, right? Stuff like that, right? But I'm going to wait for my tool to come. Then I'm going to do it accordingly. And I'm going to allow spacers and pressure, stuff like that, to do its thing. I recommend that you do the same. Just get the right tool, the one with the wheel on it. Try that. I'm going to give you guys an update after I do it. I also have an announcement. I'm going to be bringing the Raspberry Pi 16 gig to you. I'm going to be doing several projects with this to include Kubernetes, OS reviews, and just an overall Raspberry Pi review. So you can actually check that out. I'll be doing some 3D printing, some different cages for it, the server rack mounts for these, the desktop mounts and cases. So look forward to that. And boy, did I mess this one up here. But I saw that the replacement screen is only like $200 on eBay. So I probably have to get that. But it was a simple upgrade job that went from $80 to now $280. And this is some of the things that happen, right? You can't hide behind your mistakes and stuff like that, or get down on it. These things happen in tech. You just got to be willing to roll with the punches and go for it, right? I'm going to make sure that I get, like I said, get the video for you guys. I'm going to mess around with this some more. I mean, the worst has already been done. As you can see, the screen is still working, right? Everything here works. I can do everything I need to do, right? So I'm kind of on the fence. Like, do I really need to replace it? My wife is going to use it as an office thing. It's just an eyesore. It's minor stuff. And this is the most that damage that's there. I probably won't even replace it. I'll probably try to see if there's some type of crack filler so that it's just not dangerous. It doesn't become dangerous. This is my wife's, like I said, work stuff. Some of her interns might use it, stuff like that. But nothing too major. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your experience is with these iMacs, right? Apple has really done a number with this. This is really good that they've done this. This is like a 2019 iMac. And yeah, don't let these type of things discourage you. But once you get good at something like this, I can see how you can just take a lot of the old ones, upgrade them, put them out, resell them, or just take an old one, repurpose it for whatever your needs are, right? Put a crazy hard drive in it. You can turn it into some type of server if you want, or gaming workstation. You can game on some old stuff, some old Mac stuff if you into that. But yeah, it's just one of those things that happen. I was kind of bummed out about it last night, but I got over it quickly. These things do happen. And it makes for great videos like this, showing a little humility, showing that I make mistakes still, right? Rushing, being fast, right? And if something's new to you, this is new. I never had to deal with one of these iMacs before. But I can see how people like Louis Rossman and stuff like that who talk about Apple and all the different things where they don't want you to work on stuff and how you can run into issues. But yeah, see you in the next video. All right. So in the last video, you remember telling you about trying to fix my wife's iMac 2019. And I kind of made a mistake and I went ahead and I cracked the screen. I made 2 cracks on it actually. But after some time of thinking and doing research, I said, I'm not going to spend another $200 just to go ahead and get her another screen when I can actually repurpose that screen or continue using that screen and repurpose the hard drive, the internal SSD, and make that the backup. And I can use this as an external drive, right? And put this in here, mount it into here now. This external kit right here that I got. This from Amazon, and I got this Platinum Inland brand from Micro Center. I can put this inside of this and make it an external bootable drive so that my wife can still do her job and do what she needs to do for work. It's an old PC. It's not worth spending an additional $200 when she's just taking notes and it's stationary. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Let you all see this. All right. And it's pretty simple. You just push off. And I'll step over to the screen, close to the screen, so that you guys can actually get a zoom in on that. And it has some parts right here, some sticky stuff to keep the drive in place. All right. And it's a foam pad on one side and sticky on this side, just so you can keep it from being up against here. All right. And it has the SATA connections. Right, SATA connection right there. And then we have the inline that I got from Micro Center. It was on sale for $80. These are the right speeds right here, write and read. And it's 1 terabyte. I probably should have did 2 terabytes, but my wife really wasn't using that much. She was only using 250 gigs on her old system. And there you go. And that's how that looks. But that's it. She was only using 250 gigs, which was surprising, knowing that she has to keep up with the notes and things like that for her business and data. But I'm just going to put this in like so, because it's already pretty snug. So I'm trying to get it as close as I can and slide it in nice and tight. And voila, there you have it. There was no tools necessary, which I like by this design. And it's USB 3 here. And then when you adjust it, it goes to USB-C. And you push it together like so. All right, got interrupted with my kids, but so like I said, it goes in there nicely, simple, USB-C 3.0, and I'm going to be using USB-C on the Mac. And I'm just going to keep that on there so it's clean. And again, it's a no tools SSD, and you just put it right here like so, and voila, let's go ahead and plug it in. I'm going to put this back into its position right here. Got to write all that stuff down off of it quickly. So I'm just going to put this back into position. Actually power this off. All right. Ooh, the crack got worse from me handling and the pressure. It got a little, it was just out here, but it's trying to make its way across. So I'm gonna have to try to seal that in some type of way. Really good there when I mount that up. And I'm gonna have to get a keyboard where I can actually boot in and erase the hard drive. And I'm gonna turn around so that you all can see. So you have all the ports here on the back, right here. And I'm just gonna plug in for, of course, the controller. And then plug this in. Thunderbolt location. All right. All right, so I'm gonna turn this on, and then I'll hold the option R to bring up the drives and disk utility, right? You want to try to do this as quickly as possible. Still just waiting it out. All right, now it's loading up. So we're in here. And we're gonna go down to disk utility. And grab my mouse. I'm just gonna bring you in a little closer. So we have the old drive here, and then I have an old Time Machine backup here, right, on this device here, on this old Western Digital I have. Remember I was saying she was only using 250 gigs, or right here 230 of a terabyte. So we're gonna go ahead and wipe that so that it's not even bootable. Unmount it. Then we want to erase. All right, let's just go to delete. Actually, let's try it. Let's go with erase. Rename it. Backup drive. And we're going to format it as APFS. So now the internal drive will be the backup drive. And then we're going to make the SSD the primary drive. So if you ever get into a situation like this and you don't want to mess with the screen and do something like what I did over here on these cracks right there, this is the way to do it. I wish I would have started like this, but it's a learning thing. It's all good. Or if I would have had the patience to just wait for my tools to come, I probably would have been fine. But this is another solution. I'm going to try to find some type of sealer to seal that so it won't continue to crack. It won't have those micro tears in the screen. I can cover that up because it's still pretty much on the edge. And I did all that. My wife didn't do all that damage. So nice disclaimer for her. She actually did a great job maintaining this Mac. So and as you can tell, this is kind of slow. It should have been able to wipe this and do everything that it needed. But it's an older drive and it's probably failing. It's really, really slow. And we should see a tremendous improvement when it comes to the SSD that I'm about to install and update it with. All right, we got through that part. Oh, the partition that was on there, okay. And if you don't want to call it backup drive, because that's kind of a misnomer, it's really a secondary drive, not really a backup. I'll be using this to continue the Time Machine backups for her. So that's done. So that wasn't too bad. And then we're going to go ahead let's say erase here, and we're going to call this Mac OS for now. All right. And we're going to have the master boot record on there so that I can boot from this. And that should fly fairly quickly. And now you can see this is the Mac OS base system. And I want to go ahead and plug in the Time Machine disk. I should be able to quit this utility and go back to the main menu. And now I'm going to go ahead and restore, and we'll continue. She's saying new volume. Oh, that's the from. So it contains the Time Machine backup. That's the one right there. I'm going to do this off to the side here. Okay, that's unlocked. We're going to continue. We want the latest one. All right, so I have to install macOS first. All right, so the migration is complete. It says my data has been migrated and is ready to use. So you just want to come and hit quit and let it go through what it needs to go through. All right, so then it has our name on there. See if we can log in nicely. And voila, there we go. We are in the system like we need to be. And it wants me to unlock Time Machine. It's asked me to erase that. All right. But yeah, everything looks good. It's much snappier, much faster than it was before. And I can go to google.com and everything is moving. It was so slow before I couldn't do anything. So that's the fix. If you have a slow iMac, an old one, and you're having problems with it being snappy and moving around, more than likely it's your hard drive. I did the external hard drive upgrade, but if you're savvy and you can get around this without causing the type of damage that I caused, that I caused right there on the crack on the side right there, here and here, then I would say go for it. But remember, like, comment, and subscribe.